I'm Danica.
I'm Grace.
I'm Abby.
And we are students at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. And we wanted to share with you how we got in and what the campus lifestyle is like, what New York City is like, just some general information about our school. So here we go.
We really wanted to know this when we were like applying to go here and no one really had it.
So we wanted to share this very useful information with you
You're
guys.
going to need to obviously pick a major in advertising, marketing, communications.
I'm advertising and marketing communications as well.
I'm fashion merchandising,
which is advertising and marketing communications, or FMM, fashion merchandising management, or one of the many other majors here at FIT, like illustration,
photography,
toy design,
menswear,
fashion design.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fashion design. Duh, that's another big one.
Yeah.
Communication design.
Textile development.
Yeah, so there's a lot of information you can look at on
There should be
online.
a list of all the majors, and I guess if you're already applying here, you kind of know like what you may want to major
First
in.
part that you're going to do is fill out the SUNY application, which is the State University of New York. FIT is part of this whole community of universities in the state of New York called SUNY. So you're going to have to fill out that first application, and then you're going to have to fill out the FIT application online.
And the SUNY one doesn't take very long.
It's just basic.
So obviously, when you're applying to any college, you need to send in your transcripts along with your essay that you submit. So FIT looks for honors classes, AP classes, or IB. It depends on what school you're at. Business classes and overall classes that would prepare you for college, and like maybe the major that you're in. An essay too. You talk about who you are, and it's like 2 pages, and what you do, why you want to go to FIT.
What makes you a perfect candidate for FIT? Why are you interested in the major you are applying to? The essay is also your chance to tell us more about your experiences, activities, and accomplishments.
I remember this.
So basically, who you are, what you do, why you want to come to FIT.
Basically a chance to brag about yourself and like sell yourself.
Talk about what we each wrote about in our essays. So who wants to go first?
So in my essay, I just kind of talked about like different things that I had done in fashion or like fashion related things that made me stick out from other people. I talked about how I took a design class with an FIT alum once. I went to Teen Vogue Fashion University for a few years. I went to Fashion Camp NYC for 3 years, and then I took classes at LIM College. And so I wrote about how all of those things influenced me into like what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be and why I wanted to go to FIT.
I don't remember everything that I wrote in mine, but I know the gist of it was like why I want to go to FIT, my fashion influences in life, and like what influenced me to love fashion as much as I do, and like the job I want to have when I'm older, something in public relations and communication, media, all that. And I also wrote about a lot of my volunteer work and like the classes I took in high school. I took a lot of AP classes and honors classes. So
I wrote a lot about the clubs and organizations I did in high school. I was involved a lot with Environmental Club, National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, a lot of musical theater in the music department, so I wrote a lot about that. If you do any sports, write about that. I didn't do any.
Write about teamwork.
Yeah, any leadership positions you had. You just really want to make yourself look really good, so FIT knows that you have the characteristics of what it takes to become a leader here, because FIT really looks for leaders and not followers.
And then stuff that makes you an individual.
They also want to know, like Grace said, if you took any supplementary classes outside of high school. So I also took classes at LIM a summer ago, so it was really helpful there. And even if you didn't take a class,
like I didn't take classes, because I live too far away and I'm here.
If you didn't take any classes here at FIT, because I know that they offer some here, if you took them at FIT or LIM or Parsons or
I mean really anywhere, anything that you've done in fashion that like if you want to go into fashion that would help you, they want to know about it.
So they really just want to know about like your experiences outside of high school, as well as what you have done throughout your
high school. An art major at FIT, you need to make and submit a portfolio depending on what major you're applying to, like fashion design. I'm pretty sure they have to do a bunch of sketches and like
it's got to be rocking.
Yeah,
top notch.
If you're gonna apply for fashion design,
better really be prepared to not sleep.
People here have said that their GPA wasn't that high, but their portfolio helped them get in. Yeah. So even if you are skeptical about not having the grades to come to FIT, just submit your portfolio and try to work on it as best you can. And if you do get rejected, try to work on it some more to update it.
Yeah.
You can always
apply. My GPA was like a 3.8.
Yeah, my GPA was a 3.847. Boom.
I don't remember. It was a 3 point something.
That's okay. Yeah,
it was a 3 something.
Usually the majority of the students are above a 3.5 actually.
Yes.
So, but I think if you're an art major, your portfolio helps change that. But if you're like an AMC major, advertising communications, like they look more towards GPA because the only other thing they have to rely on is like your SAT scores don't count.
Yeah.
Well, but
it's just for math and English placement.
Yeah. They just want it for placement. If you don't take the SAT, you can take a placement
SAT
test.
scores if you want to apply for the honors program here at FIT, which is a really great program if you guys are interested in challenging yourselves a bit more in college.
It's called the Presidential Honors.
Yeah, Presidential Honors. Scholars. Yeah. So you would send your SAT scores and a supplementary essay.
And you have to fill out a different little application.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is due like after the deadline for FIT, so you do have some time.
It was like in December.
SAT scores are needed once you get in for placement. So
yeah, like if your SAT scores aren't high enough, then a certain
you have to take for math or English. If they're not high enough, you have to take a supplementary math or English
that won't
class.
count towards your major GPA. It just like you have to get it out of the way. A 1980 on the SAT.
I got a 1710. If you're looking at FIT as your #1 school, I wouldn't stress on SATs as much as you would for another college who needs SATs for the application.
But if you're a senior right now, I would really take like challenging classes and try and do well in them because they do look at your first semester
of your senior year.
And then also if you get into college or any college, they make you send
your final transcript.
And if you get below like if you're failing, like they
can take your acceptance away.
They debunk your acceptance. Yes, we are all roommates.
And then there's one more, but
she's off in the library studying, being a good student. There are 3 dorms on campus and 1 dorm off campus. So let's talk about the ones on campus.
Okay, we actually live in a dorm called Alumni, and it is like you have suites. It's apartments. You have like a kitchen and 2 bedrooms with 2 people in each, and then a little table area, and then a bathroom with a shower and a sink.
And the showers are brand new.
In Alumni.
And Alumni houses boys and another hall down the street, Nagler, which is
all girls.
All girls, and that is your typical college dorm. You just have 1 bedroom and you share it with another person, so it's 2 people per room, and you have a community bathroom.
Yeah, and you have like a divider down the middle of the room.
And there's no air conditioning.
Yeah, so and then there's also co-ed, which is another dorm.
By its title, boys and girls.
Yeah, and there, I think on the upper floors, there are some suites, which are more like loft-style ones with bathrooms and kitchens. And then on the lower floors, they're just like 2 people regular dorms.
Yeah, with a community bathroom. If you guys want a tour of what the dorm rooms look like, just leave a comment below and we can make a video. There's 1 more dorm off campus for returning students. Let's talk about finding a roommate.
Yeah, how did we find each other? You may be asking that.
We found each other through Facebook.
The lovely social media.
Yeah, so if you guys get accepted, what you might want to do is search if there's a Facebook group.
Like our Facebook group was FIT Class of 2017, because that's when we'll be graduating. So yours would be
Class of 2018.
If you're going next year.
If there isn't a group, make one and have other people join.
Someone a student here made one, so
they're not run by the school. So find people with common interests in certain living styles.
Ask them if they're big partiers. Like you kind of want to know: are they clean? Are they drunk all the time? Like,
and be honest. Don't pretend to be somebody you're not.
There are some roommate horror stories already.
And make sure you find someone who has the same type of like dorming goals as you. We all wanted an apartment style. So we made sure that each of us wanted to live in alumni hall or co-ed hall.
Then we put all of our names down when we applied for housing, so that we made sure
the big factor is how often you go home, because there are some people whose roommates are never here because they go home all the time. I don't go home that much, that often. Okay.
Every weekend.
Every other.
Well, I mean, if you live 20 minutes away, not like 3-hour plane ride.
I only live 40 minutes away, so it's nice.
And don't believe everything you read on the FIT confessions page, because that is not what it's like. I don't understand these people on there. I just think they're all making stuff up for like.
I mean, I'm sure some of it is true, but we just don't know about it.
But I think everyone's like, you'll definitely find friends here.
You'll find your group.
When the time comes, if you get accepted, you want to sign up for classes, and you already have like a list of requirements for your major that they make you take. And I think for my major, AMC, I have 2 liberal arts that I can take, and so I have 6 classes. But there are
like 4
required ones each semester, I think, and. So, but you can choose the times for those and the professors you want for those, so you can look that up. It's really important to look on ratemyprofessor.com because so many people have gotten really bad professors and they don't like them, and I think I got lucky because I really researched all my teachers.
Well, and it's also important to like go ahead and like plan out a couple like schedules of like once the class is open, like what, like make a couple different example schedules of what you'd want, and then try to get those, and then if they can't, you have like backup schedules.
Because you're not going to get every single class, because the server crashes, like everyone's trying to get on at once.
Classes fill up quick.
Yeah, and it's like really crazy. But I recommend morning classes because then you have the afternoon off. Everyone I know that's taking nighttime classes like hates it. So.
I have a 5:10 class.
But
not
yours
terrible.
Isn't like till 9.
It ends at 6:25.
Yeah, so
they're medium sized. Depends.
I think my classes are smaller here than my high school.
I would say max I have 23 people in my class.
Like max I have 27.
Yeah.
Around there.
Yeah.
It's like a small, like.
It depends.
It's not bad at all.
It depends on your major. We are in the 2 biggest majors here at FIT, so
our class sizes are really. Teachers are very experienced. Like your teacher will be working
their
here.
Stuff.
They'll be working here and they have a job in the industry at the same time, which is so cool. Like I like respect them so much. It's so awesome.
Yeah. And they all they've all had to be in the industry for like 5 to 10 years, I think, before they can even teach here.
Most of my teachers are still working in the industry. Like, they'll be like, oh, my job this or something. I'm like, wow.
The load work, it's a lot different than high school. It's a lot more, but it's college, so any college you go to, it's been a lot.
I think it's
pretty manageable.
It can be really expensive. It depends if your teacher requires them or not. I only had to buy 2 books.
Yeah, wait until you start class to buy your books.
Unless the teachers email you.
Because there's different editions of each book and stuff. I actually have an iPad, so I bought all my books on my tablet, like in the ebook form. And that was a lot cheaper, and it's easier because I can just carry them with me and I have them all the time.
Yeah.
I bought all mine because the difference between buying used, buying new, and renting for like a bunch of mine was a $10 to $20 max difference. And so I just went ahead and got all of mine. But a few new.
You can resell them.
And you can resell them.
Or you can rent them. There are a lot of websites like Chegg.com, ValorBooks.com, Amazon Books, Amazon Student. You can use your FIT email once
and
you
get Amazon Prime for free.
Like we all are. You have to take 2 credits of a gym.
Yeah.
I know that sounds weird, like fashion school, you have to take a gym, I don't know.
We're taking yoga.
Credit.
Yeah. There are lots of classes, like we take yoga, there's Pilates, dance,
volleyball, golf,
there's
tennis,
basketball.
Everything.
Here at SUNY, there's a requirement for liberal arts, so you have to take an English, a math, probably some history,
science,
depends on your major.
Like, but they're spread out through your
your first 2 years. You have to there's like a requirement.
But it's easy to get them done.
They're not bad.
They're not hard.
And
the teachers know, the professors of the liberal arts know you're here for fashion.
Yeah, so they're not
like sticklers.
Grace had to go to class.
So we're just gonna pick up. Once you get in, you want to send your SAT scores if you haven't applied for the honors program.
Yeah.
And then that way,
they can place you.
Yeah, so that way FIT can place you, and whether or not you need to take a prerequisite class. And you also want to send in your AP scores. I think it's like 3 or higher.
Yeah, 3 or higher.
So that way you can get out of some basic English or some basic. We're going to talk about campus lifestyle. Okay.
Probably wondering.
Yeah, campus lifestyle here at
It's a dry campus.
FIT is not a party school. You can go to NYU for that.
If you're coming here to party, no.
No. If you do want to look for like a night scene, there are a bunch of clubs around New York City.
Yeah, and you'll like, people will tell you about them.
Yeah. When you're on 27th Avenue.
It's, during the week it's closed off.
Yes.
So first of all.
So there are not many cars passing by except for delivery trucks like UPS is always
Girls
here.
do a lot of online shopping.
You're able to walk between
just
across the street without getting hit by a taxi.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people outside walking around.
And everyone's kind of social.
Security
is intense.
Apparently, we're the #1 safest school in New York City.
No.
Yeah.
And the 8th safest school in the United States, which for me, I was like, wait, we're in New York City. How is that possible? But I guess it's true. The head of security told us. So.
ID policy is very strict here.
They check your ID whenever you leave the building, like, or try and come into any building or anywhere.
So
they're very strict about it.
And the visitor policy is very strict as well. You have to sign in your visitors and for overnight by 4 p.m.
Yeah.
And if you have a day visitor, they have to have a photo ID with them.
Yeah, and they have to be out by 12.
Yes.
Yeah. Or you can get like visitation rights taken away.
Yeah. The food here. Oh, Grace isn't here to talk about the food.
Okay, well, we both live in alumni, so we have our own kitchen, so we don't have a meal plan because, I mean, we cook everything. And we have a fridge and a stove. And
so if you're planning to live in an alumni suite, a co-ed suite, or if you're a returning student and you're going to Kaufman, you don't need to buy a meal plan. But if you are
in Nagler, you should. It's mandatory.
Yeah, you have to buy a meal plan.
But some people have meal plans even though they have a suite. I mean, it's just your preference or declining balance card that you can spend at the cafeteria. But I've heard the food is okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I've heard it's not bad.
It's
they
like
have
cafeteria
a lot of different sections.
There's a lot of free events here at FIT.
Yeah.
The student association and residence life, they always try to do something to keep the students free. Food, there's flea markets here, there's movie screenings, there's lots of arts and crafts.
There's so much stuff, and there are always flyers posted all around so that you can see what
there are a lot of workout events during the nighttime after classes.
Yeah, they provide classes like spinning class, ab lab class, like to work your abs, and
there's like open gyms for basketball and volleyball. The gym here is pretty advanced. It's open. The hours are pretty talk about New York City lifestyle.
Yeah, New York City. I just think it's a lot of fun. Like we haven't been bored at all, and we've been here for a bit.
If you're bored in New York City, it's your fault. It's your fault because there are so many things to do.
So much, like the High Line. If you've never heard of that, it's like a park kind of like above the city. It's really beautiful.
You have Central Park. You have Times Square,
and
which is right down the street.
Yeah, you can walk everything. And everyone, first of all, everyone says New York City is like really unsafe, but I haven't felt unsafe at any point, and I've rode the subway, I've walked everywhere. I mean, you just don't do stupid things. Like, you don't go in a dark alley at night. Like, just be smart.
And the campus security is really tight here, so you do feel very safe here at FIT. One of the downsides to living in New York City is that it's very expensive.
It is very expensive.
It is kind of pricey to have your own kitchen and go grocery shopping, but if you budget yourself enough,
you'll be okay. There's always stuff to do that doesn't cost money as well. Like, we go to Central Park.
You can just walk there instead of taking the subway. And if you are planning to like take the subway everywhere, there are no student passes that you what to do once you're
so this is what the acceptance folder looks like.
You'll get that in the mail, and then you'll also get an email to the account that you applied with.
Yeah.
So
I actually got my acceptance email before I got the actual packet.
Try to go to Acceptance Tuesday if you can, just so you can get another feel of what the campus is like and what the area is like, just so you can be sure that you really want to come here, because college is a big you're going to want to send aside if you want to dorm or commute or find an off-campus apartment. So on Acceptance Students Day, if you plan to go, there will be a session where you can go apply for housing and pick roommates or
you can do it online as well.
Yes.
And put their names down.
When rooming does become available, you want to put in your $300 housing deposit.
Yeah.
And pick what kind of dorm you want.
And they go quick, so don't think you have like a lot of time, because a lot of people who wanted a suite and like alumni, we were lucky. A lot of people didn't get it.
Cost. This is a very big factor. And depending where like you want to go to college. For a New York City school, FIT is very reasonably priced.
Yes.
In compared to NYU and LIM. New York City or New York State residents, it's about $5,000. This is what the 2013 to 2014 academic year is. And for out-of-state residents, it's about $13,000 for tuition.
Yeah, just for tuition. That doesn't include housing or anything, which housing is actually about the same as tuition. For watching, and I hope you learned something.
Yeah, good luck applying if you guys want to come to FIT, and maybe we'll see you around campus next year.
Wait for us if you're here.
Bye.
You can message us on here.
Leave a comment. We'll try to answer it as soon as possible.
Or we can leave our Twitters as well.
I'll leave my Twitter. Tweet at me.
Instagram.